during the PhD process, I just to let the last 2 or 3 years, I felt very alone with what I was doing. I developed like kind of weird tics with my eyes, and I'm being as open and honest as I possibly can with this. And I just felt really alone throughout that particular process, because there's not a lot of people that you can talk to about these particular issues, or it feels like that, but there are people to talk to, and that's part of the reason why I'm doing these YouTube videos, is to share these emotions that we go through, and to tell you that there's other people out there that are going through the exact same experiences. And that's really why I created the whole reciprocity project, was to help out other people as much as I possibly can, and to create some sort of community that you can help out other people if you want. So with this, the first sort of thing that I would suggest is for you to get something else that you're good at, and know that you're good at many things. You truly are good at many things. There are a lot of extracurricular activities that you can do that is outside of academia. You don't want to start thinking about those particular things. Make sure it is social as possibly can. Or if you like to go for walks, go out and go for walks. Get a dog. Get a pet, something like that you are forced to get out. I did that, and it helped a lot, is getting out into the world and trying to create this community that's outside of academia. It really truly does help with deal with a lot of these negative emotions that you get involved in your neighborhood. Just find something. Maybe it is you find some friends, maybe it's some academic friends that you have during the PhD process that you just go and play golf with, or whatever it is. It's non-academic, and it is something else that you have to that you have, right? That's a really important thing, that you have something that you can relate to, and that is non-academic. That's going to help you out tremendously. A second thing that you can possibly do is go get exercise. Every time that you start feeling negative, and that's usually after about 3 or 4 hours of sitting there and working, and you start feeling your emotions are depleted, just go get some exercise. Go out there, go for a walk, go for a run, go swimming, go to the gym, whatever it is. Just get out there and get some exercise. It's going to help you out tremendously with dealing with these particular emotions that we all have as academics. And just know to recognize when you start having those negative emotions, and it usually maybe takes about 20-25 minutes before you start feeling that. But once you start feeling that, just get out there and leave the office and do that, whatever it is that you need to go do. Don't spend time on social media to deal with these particular issues. That's not going to help. You have to get out of yourself and go and do some exercise. A third thing that I have realized, and that's part of why I do this reciprocity project and why I'm devoting to these particular videos, is just try to help other people as much as you can. And it does help when you try to help other people. And because what you end up realizing, you start thinking about, is that you are really much better off than a lot of people that are around you, even though it is a really tough scenario that you're in, but you are better off than a lot of people out there. So go and just try to help other people as much as you can, whatever it is, whether it is, helping people at the soup kitchen or something like that. That's going to help you out tremendously with dealing with some of these negative emotions. The fourth thing that I think is critical with dealing with any of these particular issues is make sure that you have a supportive research team as much as you possibly can. So this is your immediate supervisor, maybe these are other students that you're working with. One of the reasons why you do feel those negative emotions during a PhD program is because you're working with people that negate you, that sort of beat you up emotionally in terms of your ideas. Whenever you have an idea, they start sort of criticizing and saying that's a stupid idea. That is not at all the people that you want to work with. You want to work with people that do the yes and kind of mentality. And that are the people that when you propose an idea, no matter how stupid it is, they say, oh, that's a great idea. Wonder if we can do this as well. And the more that you do that sort of yes and those ideas, that the more helpful it's going to be for all of you, and the more that you're going to feel energized from these interactions, and feeling just beat up along those interactions is so incredibly important. I can't stress that enough. The last thing I want to point out, so the fifth thing, and this is really important, and this is going to help you out with dealing with the emotional journey, is know that you can quit at any time. This is your choice with the thing that you're doing. And if things get too bad, know that you have a lot of options out there. A PhD is highly valuable, even if you don't finish it. Even if you get 6 months in, you realize this is awful and I don't want to do this. This is a bad sort of route for me. That knowledge that you accumulated during those 6 months are extremely valuable. Knowledge is the most important thing that you're acquiring throughout the PhD process. How to deal with yourself, how to deal with others, how to, just the different ideas that you gather during the PhD process. That knowledge is going to benefit you in the workplace. You're not going to see it right now. It's hard to see right now. But once you get out in the workplace, you're going to start realizing there's just lots of different things I could do with this. Even if you quit a little ways in, that's totally fine. And you can, you just have to stick with the PhD process and learn how to deal with these particular negative emotions as much as you possibly can if you want to keep going with it. But no, having that option that you're not stuck, that you have a lot of different opportunities available, really is motivating, and it does help you go through all of these emotions and deal with these emotions. And you know what, if it does suck and you're not liking it and you really thought about this particular route, you should quit. It's not really that big of a deal. Nobody's going to care in 6 months. It's not a big deal at all. Then your advisors, for example, they're probably going to be happy that you quit earlier because they know that you're doing something that you love. Some people are going to be grumpy, but so what? Who